MTV Star Trax の時間がやってまいりました。森泉ありです。今日はね、僕ね、非常に緊張しているというかね、感謝感激雨あられという感じで、Radiohead が、今日スタートラックス特集するグループです。Hello you guys, what are you doing? You're quite used to Japan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard like all of you like Japan. Is that true?
Well, I like to shop.
You like it. What about you, Bill?
Yeah, no, it's I missed out on our last trip here, so glad to be back this time.
And you, Ed?
I like Japan a lot, yes.
Oh, really?
You get free cigarettes.
All of you?
Yeah, free
I
cigarettes.
had a great birthday in Sapporo last time I was here. So that
Oh,
was
really?
Fantastic, yeah.
I see. You went to Sapporo?
Yeah, we played there
Oh.
and a wonderful time was had. Yeah.
Oh, really? It was cold, right?
It was quite cold, yeah, and they had a kind of pipe through Birdsong and also the last Blur album, which on the street as you were shopping. So that was good.
I see. まあそういうね、レディオヘッドなんですが、5月の21日にですね、OK コンピューターという新しいアルバムをリリースしたばかりということでね、このアルバムがまたね、前作ベンズに続くね、素晴らしい出来なんですよ。僕ね、本当ね、ベンズによってね、救われたようなね、部分がね、いっぱいあるんでね、今回のアルバム非常に期待していたんですが、まずね、前のインタビューでね、僕ね、今度のアルバムは非常に明るい曲をやるっていうようなね、インタビューを読んだ気がするんですけど、明るいかなってちょっと聞いてみた感じ、そんなに明るくはないんでね、その辺のお話をお伺いしたいと思います。You know, I read in an interview that you guys are going to make a happy song from now on. Was that true? Or?
That was probably after sort of an hour of provoking.
Provoking. So
trying to wind people up. I don't think we succeeded. We probably tried that. I think we probably tried.
We did our best.
We did our best, but it all sounded it came out sounding like shampoo adverts or like that. So we gave up.
I see. Because, you know, first time I heard Lucky, the title, you know, I thought, oh, so Radiohead's gonna go on with a
an upbeat,
happy song, and
Yeah,
you know,
upbeat,
as it
positive,
turned out, it was like not very happy.
Well, the word's kind of happy. It's supposed to be sort of a celebration, sort of, as much as I ever celebrate anything. But I kind of thought that was quite positive. But then a lot, you know, everything else is, you know, positive things should be left to advertising. You know, they do the best. Lots of smiling faces advertising soap and vegetables.
I see. まあね、そんなに明るくないような感じあるんですけど、でもその分ドラマティックですよね。You guys really write a lot of dramatic songs. How is the songwriting process? Does everybody contribute to it?
Yeah, we all argue.
You all argue. I
Yeah.
see. But who comes up with the chorus?
Depends, doesn't it? Who comes up with the chords? Depends on.
Is it the guitar? You know, is it Ed and John coming up with the chords and you writing the melody?
We sort of all do, really. It's not just me at all. There's lots of them as well. It depends on the track. I don't know. Can't remember. I think when you finished a song, you can't remember how you started it anyway. Most of the time.
I see. And with this album, you're all not working with John Leckie anymore. Why is that? What happened?
Oh, his hair's too big.
It's big hair.
Yeah, they're right.
He has a big hair.
If he had a haircut, we'd have worked with him. But no can do. He wasn't willing to do that for a Radiohead album, so we parted friends.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was more because we wanted to try and work on the record ourselves, and the engineer and co-producer we worked with, a gentleman called Nigel Godrich. A gentleman,
Boy.
a scholar and a gentleman. He worked on some of the Ben sessions and he recorded Lucky, and that went very well with him. And we decided to do the album with him, and we did.
I see. And there we got OK Computer, right? That's a weird title for an album.
Yes, but we kind of thought that as well. We couldn't really. It sort of just stuck, like something that would stick.
Something that would stick.
It took me ages to work that out.
The first single for the UK is Paranoid Android, right?
Yeah.
And for Japan and US, it's Let Down.
No,
It's not.
I don't know. I think it's Paranoid. I think it's paranoid everywhere.
You think
Paranoid
it's
everywhere.
Mhm.
Paranoid everywhere.
Paranoid
Yeah.
everywhere. That's a very interesting song.
It is.
Very long
Interesting.
song, you know.
That's interesting. That's what people
What
say.
do you mean by interesting?
That's what people say when like you failed an exam. That was interesting.
No.
An
that's-
interesting
that's
result.
That's not what I mean. But you know, it drifts into like a different section after section after section, and you know, when you come to the end, you kind of forget how it was in the beginning. You know, because it's long. Is that kind of the whole theme of the album?
It's also drifting and forgetting.
Commercial suicide.
no.
Commercial suicide. Yeah.
And also what Tom was saying about the forgetting how things started and things, you know. So it does tie in.
Definitely. Lots of how did we get here? Sort of thing. Was Paranoid Andrew was 3 or 4 half-finished songs. We didn't know what to do with, so we put them together.
I see.
I think.
But it's actually condensed because it used to be longer.
It used to be longer.
When we
Oh,
played
it used
it
to go on forever.
last summer when we
Awful.
played it live, it was about 9 minutes long.
You played that live.
Johnny had a 5-minute. Johnny had a 5-minute organ solo.
Really?
Yeah.
Writing my organ thing.
I see. So you tried to edit that thing to 7
Yeah,
minutes?
so what you hear is actually, it was
60,
originally about
Condensed,
15
condensed,
minutes and it's
single.
been
That's
boiled down to a concise 6 minutes.
Vegetable.
So we're very proud of that.
Yeah.
We've stuck to a thing.
We were brief and concise.
We got to the meat and vegetables of the track.
I see. Obviously, you all chose that singer. It wasn't the record company.
No, that's not entirely true. You know, we've had the opinion that on this record that we've done the record, and we Paranoid is a track obviously that is fairly out there, and we're very proud of that. But the record company are there to put out singles, and thankfully on this record that there's been we've agreed on what the first single should be, and
It was
everything like
sort
that.
of like a declaration of intent, really. You know, especially I mean it started off in Britain really. It was sort of like it was us getting our own back at radio in Britain, who don't sort of play as much. So the record company were like really into releasing something that they wouldn't play as a challenge, and they probably won't play it, but we'll all walk away.
But still unplayed.
Yeah, unplayed. We'll feel unplayed everywhere.
You guys lost all your instruments on a US tour some time back, right? Did you actually find those instruments?
No.
No? It never came back?
No. And that was a good thing. Wasn't
No,
it?
it wasn't.
No, it wasn't a good thing. Okay.
It depends who you talk to in the group because certain
Those
people.
two think it's fine.
We wanted
the
to
others.
give. Yeah, me and him were really upset.
Yeah.
He lost his partner's jewellery was on his guitar, wasn't it?
Lots of those effectors, you know, you can't buy it anymore.
Well, there's
right?
stuff that we'd spend ages building.
Building it.
Yeah,
Well,
lots of
you
it
know.
was actually modified and built. And
Yeah.
Random.
I see. But that kind of gave you a chance to have a change with the sound. Can you think of it that way?
Yeah, but the problem was we were on tour, you see, so it's fine if you have all that stiff stuff nicked at the end of a tour and you go into an album, but in the middle of a tour, it's kind of, you're supposed to be playing songs that you've done and you're supposed to recreate the sound, so...
But we
It was
played
kind of cool that we carried on.
Yeah,
the
we
best
did.
gigs we played on that tour. We played with brand new equipment after it was stolen. We went into a rehearsal room in Los Angeles and learned how to play with these new instruments, and then supported Soul Asylum at this gig in Los Angeles and played an amazing show. Yeah, it was.
I don't know.
I think it was really healthy, though. You know, I mean,
It was really sort of a good thing that because we were cool about it. We just sort of
we carried on.
whatever,
We didn't go
you know,
home.
didn't get freaked out.
I think it was more of a nightmare for our crew actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Sent them off for a week, going off around Los Angeles just trying to find everything. So we sat back at the hotel.
Yeah.
But we did see Jimmy Page in San Francisco. We went to the music shop and were looking for some guitars, and Jimmy Page walked in and bought some pedals. Yeah.
So you were able to meet Jamie Page?
Well,
No, we
no,
didn't meet
it's
him.
just that we hid.
You ran.
Oh, you kid. When did you guys actually start recording for OK Computer?
Oh,
Last February.
Yeah, long time ago. March.
We did 3-4 days in February. Then we went back into the summer in our rehearsal room, recorded for a month. And then we did some touring and came back in September and did basically September up to Christmas we recorded. And then after Christmas.
Have you tried a few of those songs live already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. I mean, that was one of the things last year that we did this fairly relaxed month of recording in the summer in our rehearsal studio, and then we went out touring for about 8 weeks or something. Yeah, and it was good, you know. I mean, we worked out things like Paranoid Android, for instance. You know, you do that for 9 minutes live, and you realise that it's not going to work in the studio. It doesn't really work live 9 minutes, you know. So it's kind of it's a kind of reality check on the songs, really.
Were the songs made like, you know, you guys by jamming, and so it's fairly easy to play with live, or is it the other way around? Is it difficult to play live because you know used a lot of equipment in the studio?
Yeah,
Things just changed a lot in the
Yeah.
studio, that's all.
I see.
We don't really jam, do we?
no, we
An awful noise
yeah.
when we jam. You don't want to hear it.
We were rehearsing what we were trying
Oh, no, don't
the
say
other day. Can You Feel It by the Jacksons, right? No, just the three of us, the four of us. And it's interesting because you play it and you don't know the song and it sounds quite good. And then when you start to like know how to play it, it sounds terrible because it's got that sort of, it sounds like, what was it, like Roachford, sort of polished quality to it.
Tom wasn't there.
Tom wasn't
Tom
there.
wasn't there. Tom had nothing to do.
He
with
walked
it.
in and it was just like being caught in the middle of doing something you shouldn't do. It's like with their red face.
So you just end up sounding like a pub rock band. You know, so.
I see. まあというねこのレディオヘッドなんですが最後にですね、今後のちょっとツアーの予定だけ聞いておきたいと思います。So what do you have planned for the future? When's this tour gonna start?
Well, not really sure. You know, don't you? I don't know.
About a month's time,
In
we
about a
start
month.
touring.
But it's like not particularly strenuous immediately.
You're gonna come to Japan, right?
Yeah,
Definitely.
in January.
Oh, good. Okay. We'll be looking forward to that.
Okay.
来年の1月頃にはね日本に来てくれるという、本日のスタートラックスはレディオヘッドのメンバーをインタビューしました。Thanks for appearing on our show, and we hope to see you live. スタートラックス Radiohead のインタビューをお送りしましたが皆さんにプレゼントがあります。今、メンバーにサインしてもらってるサイン色紙やですねあとサイン入り CD それからグッズなどをですねもらえるだけをもらおうと思ってますのでまだ、枚数は決まっておりませんがなんか Radiohead のグッズが欲しい方はですねこちらの宛先の方にじゃんじゃんはがきの方を出してください。住所氏名年齢職業それからスタートラックスの意見を必ず書いて送ってくださいね。あと今後スタートラックスに取り上げてほしいアーティストなどを書いて送ってください。たくさんのご応募待っております。